Hello, my name is Franklin and welcome to my channel again. Today we're working on a Hilti TE 3000 AV. This is a jackhammer. See, it's got the long bit there, and the problem it has is no action. It's electric 110, but no power. It has power to it, but as soon as you try to get it to operate, you put it down and push the buttons. The only thing you get is that service light right there. Nothing else happens. So what we're gonna have to do, it says to take it to the dealer and let them fix it. And I called them and they said they will bring it in, and they couldn't give me an estimate. They said 300 up plus parts, usually, for the service, whatever parts it needs. So the owner says, no thank you. He wants me to open it up and see what's wrong with it, what I can do just to get it going. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's get to it. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna disassemble this. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull off this handle here, and then we're going to take off all the covers. I'm going to pull off the cord so I don't damage it, and then I'm going to take off the covers, the top and the bottom, and then the sides, and we'll check it out inside, take it apart. Okay, so you can see this sucker's on there pretty good. So I got a pair of channel locks to loosen it up, and then I turned it, came off of there, just like so. Now I put it close by. It should come off of there. There we go. It's been in the rain because it's all rusted up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off this cord so it's not in the way, and let me find the torque wrench for that. We'll take it off. Okay, after taking out the 4 screws here, they're T20 torque screws. Just pull this out here, and you see there'll be a little, you can see the little terminal board there. Inside there are two wires here, one here and one there. That's your power input wires. So we are going to disconnect those now. And that will be a tiny flat tip. Okay, we had to go get these little torques here because the ones I had were too short. So I went to Harbor Freight and bought these here, this set here for $9. A set of 6 different sizes. Because for this machine you will need a 30 and a 20 torque, and this came with both of those in the set. The set was $9 for 6 different sizes. For this you will need a 30 and a 20, because the other bits were too short to fit way up in there. The socket type. And this one is the 30 torque. Oh, see how long it is? Okay, I have taken out all the screws, all around here, all around the bottom, all around, all the screws around, except for the opposite side of this, which goes out in a minute. And all I used was a torque 30 and a torque 20. So now we're going to pop off this side here. Okay. And then we should be able to pop off this side here too, this top piece. Once you've gotten this side popped off, you can pop off this cover here. But you got to make sure that all the bolts are out on both sides. On this side and the bottom side here, and on this side. And you kind of pop it loose without breaking it, and this part should come out of there without a fight. There it goes. Make sure all the nuts and bolts are out of it first though, so it can pop out. There she goes. And then this thing comes off. Then you want to turn it over and take the top part off. It's going to come out with little fights. There we go. There we go. It's out. Now we can start checking the inside parts and all the mechanisms. Okay, now this part here is the electronics part that controls the mechanism. It's the one that controls it. It's got the switch on it. It's got the electronic controls that make it shut down when it needs a service, and that's what we're going to be working on. So to get that off, we're going to take this off. But on the back, there's another stud that holds it. So we're going to have to use two 30 Torx. One in the front, one in the back, one to hold it, and one to spin it. So we'll have to pick it up like this. Easiest way, like that. Put one here, and one in the back on the same Torx screw. And we want to turn it out. Okay, we'll take this side out. Make sure it doesn't spin. We hold on to it. It's not spinning. So it is coming out. So we got this out. Now there's a pin that goes all the way through it. It's got to come out. But you see all of this rust and stuff here? It may not come out easily because it's all rusted up. So let me get something that we can push it all the way through it. There's a pin that has to go all the way through. Let me find something to drive it out the other side. Okay. Okay, I brought in this big piece of wood here to hold it up in the air so I could just tap it here. Hopefully it'll go out without much of a fight. Yep, it's going through. But I'm going to need something skinnier like this. Let me see. It's coming out, hitting the wood, of course. Okay. Okay, it's hitting the floor. Nope, but it's hitting the wood. Okay. Hasn't went all the way through yet, but it got stuck. So, still better something longer. And this one is too big to fit in there. Let me find something else and I will come back. Something longer. Okay, this is the bottom of it here, and this is the bottom of the pin. That's where the other little Torx screw in there. So now this is all the way out, and this piece comes right off. We have a little sensor there, a ground wire. We need to take that off. Empty torque, and don't forget to put it back on. This is the control mechanism right here. Okay, so let's pull this off like this. And then we'll put this piece back in so we don't lose it. Put it back in the hole where it came from. Okay, it looks like it doesn't look too bad in there. but we'll probably want to take off this right here and check the oil, make sure there's some oil in there, and then we'll check that, take this piston off and check it, and then we'll put it bypass. Doesn't smell burn, it's dirty of course, but it doesn't look too bad. So we'll continue checking from there. What we're going to do now is we're going to remove the barrel. So we have a 19mm socket, and we're going to try and remove it here, see how tight it is. Okay, there's 4 19mm, and should be able to remove the barrel from inside of here. The striker. There. One thing we did not do is we're going to mark it, make sure we get it back in the same spot. So there's a mark there, and we want to mark it here. We put it back in the exact same side. Don't get it mixed up. Okay. Okay. That way we know it goes on this way, in that spot. Okay. Uh-oh. That one is stripped. See if it moves some more this way. Nope. That one is kind of stripped out. What I ended up finding is a hex head, so it should fit better than the 12 point without stripping. There are only 4, so as soon as we pull these 4 out, we're going to pry this out. And internal components, we can check them and see if the striker, see if it's bad or not. Okay, 2 to go. Okay. Looks like it may have got a lot of dust in there, and it may have been underwater too. Some places are pretty rusted. Okay, now go back where we were at. Over here. That, oops, we'll go this side here. Better. Okay. There. Okay. Put the screwdriver in there. Okay. Should be able to. Let's pull it back this way a little bit. So. Uh-oh, it's leaking oil. So that's not a good sign. Bad seals or something. Okay, that's water, looks like. Okay, guess the seal's in here. Some kind. Okay. This one should come out, but it looks like it's stuck. Take a look at that. Okay, the striker pin should be loose, which is this right here. Should not be stuck when it's in there pretty tight. So, and this is water. Yep. So I guess it must have gotten stuck in the water somehow, or under the water. Came on like this. Now we gotta take off the striker cylinder. The seals and everything look good, but for some reason it's full of water. I don't know why. So let's pull this off here. We should probably try to mark it first though. So we'll get it back in the exact same spot as it's in. Don't want to make a mistake and put it backwards wrong. So this one should come off now. This is your striker cylinder. That goes up and down and hits that. And look at that. This is your. Came right off. Something's wrong in there. It wasn't even connected. Let's see this here. See if this is any good here. Okay. It's full of water. You can tell by it's water and grease. Okay. Just pull it back out of there. That should not come off by itself. And this one here. Doesn't look bad. It's full of water. Water and oil. I don't know how it got full of water. Not too bad of a seal though. But this is going to be a problem. See how it this came out by itself? We'll have to open up this and see what happened. It should not have. This came out by itself. It was not even connected, so we'll have to investigate that. Okay, now we're going to have to remove this cover and check the piston area, but this piston just fell off. So we'll have to check that out and see what fell off. By taking this here open, we'll take this off and check the inside. Check the crankshaft and the piston area. And two more. Two quick ones. Okay. One more. Okay. Let's kind of spin it around and make it a little easier to handle. Kind of like that. And we'll pull this off. We'll get a screwdriver, pop it off. May have a little bit of glue on it or something. There she goes. Okay. Let's see. Looks like it also has water and oil in there, but this thing is kind of stuck, so it's locked up, so it's really not going to work anyway. It's locked up. It should turn here. This piece should turn. I guess the water got in it. And it should be, this thing should be filled with about a quart of oil also. So we'll have to first see, the piston normally fits in there like this and sits on there. Excuse me. Like that, but it should be able to move. It doesn't move, so we'll have to check it out and see what the deal is. Okay, now I'm going to take off the drive motor that turns everything, and we can check this piston here again. You can see it's full of water and oil mixed. So obviously it was underwater somehow. I don't know, maybe they left it in the place and it got flooded. So we'll take out these 4 bolts and these 4 bolts here in the top. And then we'll pull this motor off and see if we can get it to spin, because now it's kind of seized up. Hopefully no water got into the gears in the front or the bearings, it's because that's what seized it up. And it may make it a little bit too more expensive to repair. It doesn't look too bad. Doesn't smell burned. It's not shorted or grounded. Doesn't look too bad there, but let's see here. This turns pretty good there. So it must be the bearing's good. It must have been stuck on it. Oh, here you go. Too much play there. That concludes this assembly for this Hilti TE 3000. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I will buy the rings and seals and the bearings, and I will make a part 2 for reassembly. Until then, thank you very much. If you don't mind, hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel.